Taking a look at the trades today, it was a positive day overall. 60-minute breakout ES, break even, got the trade overnight, chopped up during the day. Go ahead and look at the intraday analysis before we go any further. So we continue to talk about the gap, continuation, and chop around and then reverse. You see that starting, it started back here, I guess, gap continuation, chop around, starts to reverse, and then it finally went to a trend. But then ever since then, we've had kind of a scenario where the market will gap down. Over here it gapped up actually, so you have a closing price over here, gap up, continuation, and then reverse into the close, gap down, chop up, reverse into the close. That's Friday's trade. Monday's trade, gap up, chop, take out the lows of the day, fill the gap, and then rally into the close. So it was a double. This is a gap continuation, reverse, and then reverse again, and then gap continuation, rally, and then chop, hit the highs, and then drop. So you're talking, 40 points in the last 30 minutes in the S&P, roughly from here to here. Kind of hard to trade, but overall profitable on the day. And let's take a look here at all the trades now. VIX is at 35.55. We should be getting the election results in here in a little while. Minus 37.50 on adaptive moving average and all the chop. Covered through ES, minus 625. And so ES was not profitable today, but other strategies were. In Q, AT 2020 NQ plus 2350, big day on that. You see the potential here. We were sitting at some really nice profits up here and gave a lot of those back during the day, but still up for the day. And I anticipate that we are due for a really big day, kind of like we had today with a continuation instead of chop. Once we get some resolution, we are due for that. Thought it might happen today, but we did not get the huge rally into the close. We got the rally to here and then pretty much chop the rest of the day after the first hour and a half, 2 hours. So plus 2350 on AT 2020 NQ, and we had, let's see, SR counter trend. We had one SR counter trend trade today. It was profitable, plus 575 on the short side. Hard to short this market, but it was able to do that. Minus 625 on tick count trend NQ, and then tick pulse NQ was up plus 1165 on the day, much higher up here. And I mean, mainly our big winners captured these moves for us. 60-minute breakout, minus 1075 stock index swing, plus 475. See those two trades right here in a row, catching the long side, catching that gap continuation early. Gap continuation 2019, minus 325. Cobra 3 in Q, minus 625. Just hard to catch a move in Cobra if there's no follow through. If there's a fast trend at the open, okay, here's a trend, first hour, and then we wait for a pullback, and then there's chop the rest of the day. It's just kind of hard to do. That's just the mode, is the trend. What we're seeing is the trend overnight in the first part of the day, and then overnight, first part of the day, overnight, first part of the day, overnight, first part of the day, and it's back and forth. So those are the trades on the Nasdaq. Again, AT 2020 NQ and tick pulse, V12 NQ, and stock index swing were the big winners on the day to push us through, and SR counter trend V2 as well. Gold, big winners overnight. 2 nights in a row, gold moves higher, plus 1475. This has been a highlight. Asia Gold 4 long, and then Asia Gold 4 long 2020 were highlights last 2 nights, plus 1500 on those trades, or 1475 after slippage and commission. Silver, no trades. Crude oil, we had some short trades actually, recovering some of yesterday's losses. Just 2 of those though, plus 475 on those. SR counter trend 2 and SR counter trend 4 captured those moves. Just a massive counter trend rally in crude oil. You see a lot of gaps in crude oil as well. Gap down, continue, gap down, continue, gap down, rally, gap up, sideways. So plus 475 and plus 475 are the trades. We did capture those Cobra crude trades yesterday, so trying to recover on crude oil. RBOB 2 days in a row, minus 314 today on SR counter trend. RBOB shorts. Natural gas, no trades, pulling back from highs. Euro, big move in the euro currency, but minus 112.50 today. Soybeans, exited a soybean swing short or long, So exited this long trade, nice gain, plus 550, then gave it back. Tried to reverse on the short side, looked like a good short trade for grains day trader 3, minus 375. And then see beta 21. 2021B is a workspace you get if you have the all strategy access. These are not in the portfolios. These are some strategies that we're looking at adding to the portfolios. We talked about 2016 election. This is what this strategy looked like. I'm going to set it back to today's day. And here it is with the longs and the shorts. We are only tracking it with the long side only. We looked at how the short side did in September, October with the longs and the shorts. And if you look at September, plus 24K, October plus 26K, so far in November 25K. In August it was down 26K, trading the longs and the shorts because August was a huge rally up, and so you had this drawdown in August. And then chop from the end of August through now has generated over $50,000, huge. And so we're only tracking the long sides. I need to set up the short side on a different workspace because I export this to the calculator. But to turn that off, you go to Format, Strategies, and you set Sell Short to Exit Only. If you want shorts on, you put it on on. If you want shorts to exit only, use a short signal for an exit, you can do that there. If you want shorts completely off, you do it there. We have it set like this, exit only. This profit target was a demonstration in an earlier video, but you have this is how we have it in the portfolio calculator right now for longs only. And these are the trades on the day, plus 2,200 on the day on VSD, and nice little trade overnight, and then got that move early as well. Hanging on, we hang on until the very end of the session at 4:55 p.m. Eastern, 3:55 Central, and it just holds it for a while, and we can get in. We don't hold it when the market is closed, but we can get right back in when the market reopens. So something to look at. That's VSD. This is the beta 2021 strategies we're looking at. Gap continuation 2019 with a big stop loss. We talked about how this has been maybe a better approach, and this has had a few losses in a row. Just this gap continuation. There's no continuation. We're getting in kind of late on the game. Maybe move this entry time back right now because we're just getting a surge at the open, and then it's done. Surge at the open, and then it's done. So it chops, and then it reverses. And so we start trading this between 10:30 and 12:30 Eastern time. And so we're skipping that first hour, when maybe that first hour could be potentially a good trade for this. So that would take some adjustment of the strategy. Viper ES, that's an old strategy we're tracking as well. VSD is the main one with EVP plus 320 on the day, catching a little short trade at the 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central close, right into about a 10-minute trade plus 320. EVP2 gold, minus 30 on the day. Tick Fader has not traded in a while. VIX is too high for this one. And then this tick, dynamic tick pullback, I guess, or dynamic tick pullback, yeah. Haven't even thought about this strategy in a while. I'm not trading it. So that is where it is. Has not traded this week at all. So basically it buys when the market's down. We call this the Federal Reserve printing press strategy, because when the market is down, it has a tendency to rally. It's hard to go short. And so these are the trades on the day. Election tonight. Watch your strategies if you're trading tonight. If you have automation on, be careful. Markets can be wild. They can be limit moves. So you don't want anything to fail on you on your strategies, because it could be disastrous if you have unmanaged positions in a technology outage tonight.